My name is Biodun Stephen. I'm a filmmaker and storyteller. I was born in Lagos, raised in Lagos, schooled in Lagos, and then high university in Ife, and then film school abroad. Yes, I'm the first of two children. Yes, I'm married and I have two kids as well. I have always liked telling stories. As a kid growing up, I was very imaginative, and I always knew that I would, you know, I would find myself in this industry. But I was very sure that I was in front of a camera. But I think that after a while, studying philosophy, being on radio, working at project management, copywriting, advertising, eventually I sort of found my way right back to film, and I went to film school. And I think that all of those years of rigmaroling sort of paid off because it prepped me for the kind of filmmaker that I am now. Well, my first film I wrote in during film school is called The Visit. And I remember when I came back into the country, I met the late Chris Jaibo of Koga Studios, and I told him this amazing story. And I said, "Oh, this is unique. 4 characters, 1 location. Let's do it." We then had Kenny Joseph, Funke Fayoyi, who was the director. I was a producer on that. And we had a script conference. We developed the story even further. And, the film went on to be nominated for Best Film West Africa EMVT 2015. And that was the cement for me that film is really what I should be doing, and behind the camera is my place. My most memorable moment will be the process of making the film, just designing the film. It is something to be pregnant with an idea, but it's such an amazing thing to walk through that pregnancy to the point of delivery. So I think that the experience in itself, is memorable for me. So for every time I make a film, it's almost like, oh, I've just given birth to another child. If I were to choose of all my films, I would say my faith-based film, Joba, would remain one of my favorite films. Generally just because of the way the story came, and the entire journey of the film was nothing short of a miracle. How the story even came to be, and how the film was made, and the entire journey of the film. It really was just God holding our hands through it, and so it remains one of my dearest films. I think it was in 2019. My setback was in 2019. I was contracted to do a project, and in my mind, I thought I had it figured out. But after a few episodes in, the show was the entire thing we shot was cancelled, and that was such a depressing time for me. But one of the things I did was I took the learning of that period. I spoke to the commissioners. What was the issue? They had listed out the issue, and then I bettered myself in that area. Yeah. First would be family, just seeing my children thrive and flourish, because all of this that I do for them. So that makes me very happy. I think the second thing is I'm very happy when I talk to people who have seen my films, and they talk about the impact the film has had on them.